All right. I don't see if I'm back. Yeah, I know some of these haters was like, man, it's gone. Yes. Hold on, let's see if I'm back online. Yeah, you know the first issue, my sound card crashed on me, man. So my sound card just up and crashed on me. My sound card just up and crashed on me. I'm back now, though. I should be back now. Okay, good. I'm back. You guys can hear me clearly? Loud and good? Let me check my jets. All right, good. Every speaker is working. Good. That's what I'm talking about. Try that one more time just to test my speakers. Everyone is working. Yes, indeed. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we were talking about stocks that were hot this week that we got to keep in play. One of them was CCR. What's going on, Michael B? Q-Tech, Adam Board, Jeff Turner, Rodney Nurse. Shout out to everybody who's still in the building. Yeah, we back. Aaron B, Killer Trades. What's up, man? Astrid, Kenny Dutton. CCCR had an amazing day on Friday. Coming back after one really aggressive red day and then a real shitty Thursday. And I remember we talked about CCCR and what it could mean for Friday. And sure enough, it really did deliver. CCCR. Here's that. That's the weekly. Let's go back to that. So there we go. Back to a better daily chart. As we can see, we had real shitty 26, which I think that was a Wednesday, right? Was that Wednesday? 26. I think it was Wednesday. I can't remember. Yeah, that was Wednesday. And CCCR. Nice way to end the week on Friday with some really, really good days. All right. Craig G, you saying you can't hear me, Craig G? Craig G, you said you can't hear me. I think, Craig G, you're on the Acer, man. Joseph Williams. Oh, I think that was Joseph Williams. Hey, you got to get off that Acer computer, fam. Got to get off that Acer computer, fam. Yeah, he's still on that, 250 megahertz. UTSI, Ustar Holdings Corp, Ustarcom. Why does that sound familiar? Did they used to make phones? Yo, way back in the day, Ustarcom used to have those flip phones at Metro PCS, right? Yeah, that used to be the drop phone back then, man. UTSI, Ustarcom. You remember they made the little cheap ass phone you get at Metro PCS? I remember when you used to go to the corner store and they would actually have like the little brick phone with minutes already on it. It'd be like 200 minutes and it'd be like $20. So you get the phone and the minutes. It was like 200 minutes or some bullshit like that. I don't know, some of y'all might be too young. What's going on, Prolix? Let me see here. BCEI. Bonanza Creek Energy, man. Look, I don't know, man, because a lot of oil was going up Thursday, Friday, and this one was taking a toll the opposite direction. So, that RSI is dirt low, though. So we'll see what's going on with that. But earnings, okay, yeah, earnings is not for another week or so. Another 2 weeks. Yeah, actually another week. They're listing earnings for BCEI as May 4th. That's something to take note of. The stock is very, very liquid. 11 million shares traded on Friday. The typical average is just 1.7 million. Woody Wright said those are drug dealer phones. Yeah. 100 minutes Q-Tech. Okay, yeah, it was about 100 minutes. Yeah, you're right. Drug dealer phones. But here's the thing, though. Those phones, they came with a number and no ID, no nothing. So yeah, it didn't have no name on it or nothing like that. You could just right out the box just start making calls. Yeah, there were a couple times that I want to say like 08, 07, 08. I had one of those, man. No track. Yeah. They had no GPS in it or nothing. I mean, they were basic, Said beepers were the shit. I never had a beeper, but I remember specifically seeing the older kids at the time using them. David Crowley, you said you have 766,000 shares of BCEI. Is that what you're saying? I'm asking you, David. I mean, with someone who has over 750,000 shares, why would you hold it as the stock lost 35%? Man, that's a significant drop in value. Oh, you're talking about AMLH. Yeah, the stock. Yeah, it will fly. Absolutely. If AMLH removes the stop sign, it'll fly. It'll fly. Sure. But I'll be right here. Trust me, I'll be right here when all you guys come back to your senses. I'll be right here. I've heard that story way too many times. It's gonna fly. Oh. And y'all know we'll be right here. We'll be right here. Somebody bring up XXII. They said the same thing. USII. Oh shit, man, this thing is gonna fly. Oh my God. Oh, this shit is gonna fly. GIGL. Oh man, this thing's about to take off, man. And all I do is report, man. I'm just reporting. I'm just trying to get tickers off you people. Try to get some money. Oh yeah, pups. Yeah, we had a guy call up and tell us to buy pups. You remember that? Hey, I don't want to say anything. I'm not trying to promote the stock or anything, bro. But man, I mean, pups is just, I think it's going places. I think something big's going to happen. The next day. The next damn day. And now this guy, Big Money Mike, oh, he started tweeting all kind of bullshit. You remember that? Big Money, yeah, he started tweeting all kind of bullshit. I'm going after the shorters. What is there to short, man? It's nothing to short. It's at 0050. You said they're promoting pups hard for Monday, yeah? I mean, they had a rebound. They had a, rebound day on Thursday and Friday, a little bit of a rebound. But I mean, on even weaker volume than you had on Thursday and Friday. So he's saying it's going to go up. Yeah, right. He says everything is going to go up. I'm still waiting. What is he going to do for those investors of RAP? You remember that other promotion aid, the RAP mail? This is what happened. He was the same guy behind RAP. WRAP. Where's RAP now? This is the same guy. I'm not shitting on all these companies. I'm just saying that these are lottery tickets. Make your trade. If you're winning, man, do your thing. Keep winning as long as you can, but never really buy into these things, because at the end of the day, if you got a legitimate business with a real opportunity for massive amount of growth, you don't start out on OTC markets. I mean, I'm being really frank with you guys now, man. If you are you're a legitimate business, some real opportunity to make a lot of money, all right, you don't start out on OTC markets. You see what I'm saying? You go out and get real capital behind you, and eventually, you go public the right way. I'm not saying you can't make any money. By all means, please, OTC markets is the place to be to make some quick cash when it goes in your direction. But I'm talking about, getting into these stocks like you're an investor and having that investor mindset, man, you're going to be holding bags, man. You're going to be holding bags. What's going on, Africa Emporium? Hey, check out that tweet I sent you, man. Private message. I think you're going to like that channel I hit you up with. FNCX. FNCX. Let me know what you like about FNCX, man. I don't see what you're looking at here. I don't see what you're looking at here on FNCX. I see this looks like that Foos 4 revival pattern that he talks about. If you guys watch the Foos 4 DVDs, that looks like that Foos 4 revival pattern here, where you have a bearish stock going into support and then possibly getting squeezed. Possibly getting squeezed. He calls it the revival pattern. This is kind of what it looks like this. And then the stock, boom, explodes up higher. It's called the revival pattern. You know what? I'm actually going to write. I'm going to follow that one. I'm going to follow that one. FNCX. What's the float on that? Well, it doesn't matter anyway, because I mean, if the technicals line up, it's going to explode. It's going to explode. It's got decent volume too. Nice day on Friday, 12% on Friday. So it's got some range on it too. Look at that, 52 to 62 cent. Let's see what it did on the 5-minute chart. All right, so yeah, I see most of the move was in the morning, and then it faded out on volume. Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it and see. I'll watch it and see. Let's see. African Party saying it's up after hours. Okay. Prolix NAK this week on veto results on the 4th. Prolix regarding what? Here's NAK. NAK. Yes, this is a nice looking chart too. All right, you guys throwing up these little revival stocks. I like the little range here we seen in NAK too, man. These little range here we're seeing in NAK. Uh-oh, I fucked that up. Let's do this. Yeah, let's go through that one. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Could be having something coming here. I don't know. We'll be watching that one. I'm watching NAK. 904, you're on the air. What's up?
What's going on, sir?
Hey, who am I speaking with?
Hold on. Hello?
Yeah, who am I speaking with?
This is Luther.
Hey, what's up, man?
Sir.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah, I'm finally getting a lot of stuff since I been watching a lot of videos and stuff, and I think I want to say it's the asterisk. As a beginner trader, we're going at it all wrong. We're going at it backward. And I'm learning we're going at this trading all backward. And what I'm learning is that we're trying to get into something that we have no idea what we are in. I've been watching a lot of videos. I got that Tim Kurtani on my phone now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to send it to everybody. But everybody is trying to invest in these companies like they real. And they're not. It's just you got to go where people at, where the volume at.
Mm-hmm.
And if it ain't moving, you ain't gonna make no money. Like I said, I'm holding like 3 stocks now. But I finally done took a step back, and then I listened to this guy from Warrior Trader. They all say the same thing. You got to really paper trade. Sit back, get out. This is not a get rich quick scheme. It's a marathon, and you got to learn the terminology. You got to learn how to actually execute a trade, get out, know what you're trying to do, write you some spreadsheets out, write you some rules, and everything. I'm listening to Steve Bigelow today. He say if it ain't going your way, you need to get out, cut your losses quick. Holding on to a stock is not going to get you no money, and you're going to miss out on more opportunity. So I don't know what I think. As beginning traders, and I heard you say something that I never heard you say before. I'm listening to you. That we shouldn't be OTCs is the wrong way to go if you're a beginner trader. If I'm not correct, is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that if you're a beginner, well, first of all, I like what you said about as a beginner trader, you need to step back and really put something together before you even approach the markets. I wouldn't say it's the wrong way to go. I think you need to understand what these companies are. They're insane risk, insane amount of possible reward, but they're not stocks to, it's not necessarily the thing, you don't trade them every single day, and what I mean, they're lottery tickets, and you've just got to understand what type of companies these are. They're shady, many of them backwards, many of them are liars,
Okay, and I got another question. The next person that called you and said they made some money in the stock, they jumped into the stock and made some money. Ask them how did they actually see how they were gonna make money? Did they get the information from somebody else, or did they did it on their own due diligence? Warrior Trader and all these guys trying to teach you that you got to get into this thing. You got to be self-sufficient. And when I realized that I was listening to other people and not really doing my own due diligence, that would make me stop trading. That would make me get most of my money into cash. And I realized I'm doing this all back. If you're going to learn, you got to learn the right way. All these guys that made all this money, they paper traded for a while. They studied for a while. They put in their work. Everybody wanna sit up here and learn from something. You can't learn from Stock God. You got to get some information from Stock God and then put in your own work. Look at what he's putting out there and put in your time. Go back over the on-demand videos. I learned that from Mr. Lord. Mr. Lord say you got to do them on-demand videos. Trade. Learn how you're gonna get in. Learn support and resistance. Just like people talk shit on Tim Sykes, but Tim Sykes say, hey, in order for you to learn about a stock that I ran before, you got to actually look at the support and resistance from the past. And it'll tell you when you see them stocks consolidating, you'll be like, why is it consolidating? Why is it sitting there? Because it's at a support level from the past. So if it drops below that support level, you get out, and if it go up, you add to. So sit back, and I'm gonna send actually this Tim Katana video trading tickers. Man, it's $16 a file, and you can watch it on your phone. You ain't got to use no torrent or nothing. And then like the guy from Wolf of Wall Street, he paper traded for a long time. So what are we doing trying to be Sal or all these other guys? These guys already got experience. They put in their work. Sit back.
Hello?
Get in cash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm right here. They need to get in cash and then actually look at all these videos, all this free content that people putting out there. Learn when you got a green candle, a red candle, and a green candle side by side. That's a sign that, hey, this might be a support level, and if you get another green candle on the 5 minute, it's going to go. Watch these 1 minute and compare to 1 minute and 5 minutes. Sit back, watch, and learn. There's going to be opportunities for you in the future. But Asterisk, I'm talking to Asterisk. Get out, sell your positions, and actually look at all these free videos they got out there. Start trading. Start trading. You cannot make no money, no OTC holding it for months. When you got these guys on here, they trading, making thousands of dollars. And they telling you, you got to go with the volatility at. If it ain't no volatility, there's no money for you to be made. So if the stock ain't showing no value that day, and you sit up there talking about, oh, he said this and he said that. One thing about it, the stock market is always right. And I'm learning that. The stock market is always right. If you ain't with the crowd, then you just a little cat. You just a person by yourself. You ain't gonna get no money. So, like I said, I'm gonna end that. I heard you say that, and I said you ain't never said that to your mouth before. And I say it could. You shouldn't be in OTCs. You got to learn the right way. The right way. And it ain't no easy way to get it. You got to sit up here and watch videos for hours. Some of these videos I be watching, I go to sleep on. They so damn long. 5 hours, 6-hour video. You know, you got to learn what the wedge is. You got to learn what the high, low is. You got to learn when the squeeze coming. You got to learn all this stuff. And this comes from watching time. I don't learn so much in 2 weeks, stop trading. OTC, I don't know if you're gonna take it back now. But that's what you say. I heard what you say. I heard what you said for a beginner. So I'm gonna end it right there. If Ashes don't take what you said for what it was, I took what you said for what it was. Man, that's just crazy. Ain't no way she should connect that garbage. Ain't no way she, especially if you ain't got the money to hold it. I'm out of here, man. All right, Sal.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call, man. Let me see here. Hold on. Can you guys see me? Nope. I'm here. I should be here. Hold up. I should be here. Hold on. I'm still here, right? You guys can still see me, right? Someone said stream gone. Hold on. Okay. All right, cool. All right. So here's my thing about what he said is that he's assuming that nobody's doing that. He's assuming that nobody's doing that. I think he was kind of preaching to himself a little bit. I get what you're saying, man. When you're trading these stocks, you're not winning, you're losing money. I get it. I get it. I would never say that beginners should never, dabble in OTCs. I would never say that. If I did say that, then I'm mistaken. Because Tim Sykes started in OTCs. Warrior Trader started in OTCs. Nathan Machad started in OTCs. Tim Grattani, by his own thing, started in OTCs. So, you can't make those broad, things that believing that everybody in this chat room is somehow losing money. And I'm telling you right now that there are people in this chat room right now. I'm not going to mention their name, but they've approached me and I've talked to these people. Have made a lot of money trading OTCs and small cap stocks. But I get your frustration. 206, Mr. Lloyd, what's up?
Man, I just heard Luther preach, and I was just listening between the lines, man. Usually we usually just disagree all the time, man, but, really, I think what he was trying to say is that for beginners, they should really focus on paper trading and learning instead of just jumping in and possibly losing everything and just being discouraged, and because some people may not start off with large amounts of money. Mm-hmm. So I think if I would have heard this 7 months ago and I heard him say that, I probably would have had a different perspective of how I trade now. So I'm kind of thankful that he said it was more of a wake-up call. I'm not going to say everything, I agree with, but the paper trading aspect is very, very important, especially when you're playing with OTCs, and you're starting out. But that was just my take on that. I didn't get a chance to hear all the feedback that you said in regards to the comments. How's it going, Sal?
Good, man. Doing a little Sunday show. Just trying to see what's going to be hot for tomorrow on the NASDAQs, and whether or not some of these OTCs that have been running, are they going to continue to run, or are they going to fall by the wayside and die, and we're going to have a new list by Wednesday? So we'll see.
Right, right. I do have one play, and I'm trying to pull it up here. I think it's CVM.
Okay.
It doesn't look too good on hourly right now, but I was just looking at the daily side. I'm not sure where this is going. I see that we did have a huge spike to 14, 15 cents on the daily, but the hourly is not looking too hot. I know it's not looking the best, but potentially, I mean, we may be able to get some change out of this. Man, this is kind of a hard one to read, but basically I was just I was working on my scanner, and this happened to pull up the CVM here, so does it look pretty bearish on your side?
Yeah, it does look like, especially when I'm looking at the 10-minute too. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of structural weakness here in this pattern, but
Right.
I mean, going back to the daily, I mean, the trend
Might be looking at
has
the
been pretty
weekly.
good for April so far. These last 20 days haven't been too bad, but yeah, you might. I mean, that was a lot of range there on Friday. What was that? 11 to 16, pulled back to 12. So we'll see. Time will tell if we can, if you know, people will probably
Right.
try to save the day and get in here at the open at this 12:11. We'll see.
You know what's crazy? It's like I mean, we used to hearing the same names like Gale and but particular plays like this, man. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I never ran across CVM, so just just kind of cool to see how the different the new stocks that are coming up with these modifications to the scanners. But anyways, man, I ain't gonna hold up the show. I just had to comment on Luther. I appreciate the feedback, man, as far as the paper trading portion. And actually, I'm gonna start focusing on my paper trading a little bit until this till I get back into my groove again. But anyways, I hope you have a good one, brother.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man.
All right, thanks. All right, bye bye.
All right. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, I've never been against paper trading, never been against, people taking time to do whatever you want to do. We give resources here. I can't name how many people I've sent the email with, Tim Sykes' videos and Tim Grattani's videos and whatnot. If you feel somehow that I'm not giving you the resources you need or something like that, let me know. Tell me what you need, Tell me what you need. My email is available to everyone. It's right on the show's description. On every show. So I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know if he was kind of low key trying to come at me or what, but to make the idea that, or to put out the idea that people in this show are just jumping into trades and, not making any money and all that stuff. I mean, come on. 601, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Sal? I just wanted to touch on a few things that Luther said, and also throw a ticker out there just to watch. I agree with him and disagree with him. As far as him saying to, kind of study more and paper trade, because even in a Discord room, I've seen new people jump in there, and because somebody brought up a ticker, they might say, oh, well, such and such is running, and then somebody will say, well, let me jump in there. Now, they don't know anything about the company, and then they'll just jump into it. So, I mean, for those type of people, I mean, listen to Luther as far as to step back, find out what's going on about the stock before you actually jump into it. Not saying that I'm some expert trader, but just that's what I've seen in the Discord room, individuals who just because somebody mentioned it, they'll go jump into it. But just do your research before you actually jump into a stock. And one thing I want to disagree with him on as far as him saying that OTC stocks with no volume are pretty much garbage. I mean, I think you said it best on one of your previous shows that, well, maybe you just don't know how to trade them. So just like with StockGuard, he has a RSI strategy. As far as these companies who have a lot of volume coming in and volatility, there's also a strategy when it comes to these sub-penny OTC plays as well that you have to learn. So just because you don't know how to play that strategy, it doesn't mean that they're garbage. It's kind of like with AWGI, like shout out to Ryan Gitsit on that one. I mean, basically what he did, even though it was a sub penny play that wasn't really doing anything, he did his research on that particular stock, saw that it had potential. Because I remember when he first called in about it, and he was like, I saw this particular product in action. So he actually saw it. He knew something about that stock, even though it was a sub penny, no volume stock. He did his research and he knew something about it. So that's the key to it when it comes to these sub penny plays. Just like you with USEI, I mean, you know something about that stock. So I mean, if somebody brings up a sub penny play in the Discord room and is moving, that doesn't mean to go just jump into it, but it basically means to do your research on it. Kind of like with pups, a lot of people saw that running. It was a sub penny play. If you got in that, you lost your money because you didn't do your research on it. You didn't know anything about the company. But if you know something about the company, because that's crucial with those OTC plays, because it's hard to play technicals with the charts because a lot of times they don't really have any patterns or anything that you can look at and learn from. So you have to go back to the fundamentals, and you have to dig really deep into that particular company. And not to hold too much time, I want to throw one ticker out there. And this is the company I've done my research on, CRVW. It's CareView. So basically what this company does is it sets up
Hold on, what was the ticker for that? Because for whatever reason, CareView Communications?
Yeah, CareView Communications. That's the one.
All right.
Yeah, so basically what this company does is they set up monitors in hospitals in order to watch patients who are high fall risk, because one of the huge problems, because I work in a hospital, and I've actually put my hand on this product, and I've seen the potential in it. Because I mean, patients I have been taking care of, I have prevented them from falling because I could see them on the monitor. Because you have a lot of confused patients who come into the hospital. You get patients who are drunk, patients who are have drugs in their system. They're trying to jump out of bed. People fall, and then what happens is families want to start up lawsuits because, oh well, you guys let my patient fall, or let my family member fall. So this particular company, they set up monitors in the patient's room, and it feeds back to the nurse's station, and you can actually see that patient moving around, and it also sets up virtual guardrails where if they move out a certain position, if they get far enough out of the bed, it'll immediately alarm you, even if you're not looking at it. It also sets up entertainment value, so it's not only just for monitoring the patient, but it can set up like a cable where the patient can play games and watch TV. It has a lot of different facets purposes that it can play in a hospital. And you look on a 5-year chart, we see that it was a few years back. It was up up to like $1.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it's. I was doing research. I could not, for the life of me, I couldn't find out what made this stock drop like that. But I do know that this particular stock does not belong this low because of the potential. I mean, it's too useful. I mean, like I said, I put my hands on this product, CareView, and I've used it personally, and I see the high potential in it. Back in March, it was at 9 cents. And since then, early March it was back at 9 cents. So now it's up to, I think, 19 cents. So it's low volume, but it's also for this price stock, is the float is not too high. I think it was like 85 million or something like that. So it's not just a 1 billion float like a lot of these sub penny plays. But it's a relatively low float stock. But I'm not saying for anybody to get into it. I'm not And I'm not promoting it like the guy who called in about pull. I'm not saying to get in this stock. I'm just simply saying to do your research on it. Because if you're looking for something that you could possibly look at long term, this is a pretty good play because it has high potential. I put my hands on a product. I like it. So do your research on it, look it up, and just watch it. I just want to throw it out there, and thanks for taking my call.
Thank you.
One more thing. One more thing. I just want to speak on AWGI real quick because some of the things that, of course, this Ryan gets his play. I'm in no way taking credit for it, but so what made this stock pop off is that the first run that it had earlier this week, somebody promoted it through an email, and then a few days later they came out with the news that the guy was talking about earlier. They had partnered with 3 breweries, so I think they were trying to synchronize those. They were going to promote it, and they were going to come out with their new brewery. But I don't think it kind of had the splash that they wanted it to. But this company is not only partnered with breweries, but they also have plans to get in with oil rigs because at oil rig sites they have a high demand for clean water, and that can also they're discussing that as well, and also greenhouses because if you put that particular product inside of a greenhouse, its effect is multiplied. So not just the breweries, but also oil rigs and greenhouses. Thanks for taking my call.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much, 601, for the call. And yeah, I mean, just like Mr. Lloyd just said in the chat room, I'm looking at CRVW and their filings, and those are a shitload of Form 4s. And when you pop them up, they're buying a ton of shares, 30,000, 40,000, 15,000. So insiders are definitely loading up on shares there. We just got a gentleman who just got off the phone saying he's seen the product, he's touched the product, he's used the product in his own workplace, so he sees the potential in it. And as he said, he's not telling you to jump in it. He's just saying go do your research and come to your own conclusion. Come to your own conclusion. That's all he's saying. And that's all I'm going to say about it because I don't know really anything about it. 708, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, Sal?
What's going on?
Hey, it's Raul Samiz.
Raul, what's up with you, man?
I'm doing all right, man. I've seen a lot of people calling in right now talking about giving advice here on trading. And I wanted to say that to other people, you know, this is kind of obvious already, but for the ones that may not, you know, fully aware of it, is that not only paper trading is important, but once you're getting in it for real, you need to control your money, man. You can't go in there with your life savings, as Prolik said on one of the comments, man. You got to go in there smart. Money management is the key, and if you're in a losing position, you can't hold and hope and let your account get killed like that. You have to find a way to find the right balance, and it's not just always got to keep on studying to try to get yourself in the best position possible. But at the same time, though, once you're in it, you have to be able to control your money.
Absolutely.
I think that a lot of people, that's how they never make it to the next level, because they get in on a run, and as soon as they get in, and this has happened to me too, man, but as soon as you get in, you know, the damn stock falls straight to the floor, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I panic, you get out, you sell your position, and it's like 1 or 2 minutes later, thing goes right back up again. You know what I'm saying? So it's happened to me quite a few times, man, and I think that a lot of people, what they got to do is just be patient and wait for that dip in order to buy. You know, if you want to short, you know, wait for it to gap up a bit before you're short. Get yourself in a good position so that the whole trade, you won't be in a losing position, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You could be in a position to make good money, and I just think it's important, man. I just thought I'd throw that out there, you know, for all the people that are thinking about getting in on it. And I think you're doing a good job, man. I don't know what that guy was talking about, but people are always going to come up with, you know, with little comments here and there. But, I mean, it's all good, man. everybody here is trying to learn. You know, that's the
Right.
most important thing. We're trying to learn. We're trying to get better as a group. Because anybody could just do it on their own. You could have just done it on your own this whole time if you wanted to, but it's important that we stick together and trying to make it up together. You know.
Absolutely.
So I ain't gonna take up too much time, but I just want to throw that out there, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the call.
No problem. Bye bye.
All right. So, look, I mean, again, man, you know, the guy who just got off the phone, I'm sure he's got a strategy, the way he looks into, you know, the stocks that he wants to get into. Develop a strategy, man, you know. And if you've ever wanted resources, I've always said it on many of my shows, happypennystocks@gmail.com. I'll send you the DVDs to download. You know, if you want to watch it on your phone, fine. Watch them on your phone. There's nothing against that. But I will send out links to torrent sites for people who have computers, and they can watch it at home and download the entire DVD, you know, and watch it at the comfort of their computer or laptop or whatever it is. And with those DVDs, you can develop a strategy, develop your knowledge and whatever it is you need to become successful. You know? But at the end of the day, this show is about reporting what's hot and what's not on the OTC markets, as well as, you know, small cap stocks, because nobody else is talking about this shit. And I want to know what other people are trading. You know, I want to know what tickers to trade. Everybody's got a, hey, this is how you should trade. This is how you should. No, I want to know what to trade. Tell me what is moving. And people thankfully call up to this show and tell us what could be moving, and that's what the show is about. You know? But I get it, and you know, sorry for the, you know, some of the people who are a little bit frustrated and you know, angry about the way things are going. I get that, but it's not me. It's not my, you know, it's not my problem, or it's not my, you know, I'm not responsible for that. What's going on with Jam and Java? Somebody brought up Jam. That's the old Jam and Java stock. This was the stock back in the day, used to be the shit. What happened to that? I remember Jam and Java. This is I read about this in like 2012. After it had did anything it did, but it went from 000, like, what is it, 3 or 4, all the way to $6. You know. Yeah, I'm just saying, you know, if you need the resources, email me. I'll send you the resources. Christopher Jewell said they got to separate the news from the noise. Absolutely. Absolutely. Somebody said that there was a new Tim Sykes torrent on Pirate Bay. I'm curious as to what that was, so you let me know. Forgot that guy's name. Appreciate the call, Raul, by the way. If you're still listening, let me know. AMFE. Yeah, AMFE looks very, very similar to, what was that other stock that I just put up that's just soaring like crazy? But AMFE, you know, here's another one, man. OTC market stock that's just soaring. You know, when you look at a stock like this, are people not making any money on this? You know, 1 cent stock to 8 cents, up 730%. Yeah, a little bit over 730% since the first. No, actually since March 20th, excuse me. AMFE, insane. I think you're a little late, but I mean, you could have said you were a little late, you know, last week Monday when it was only at 3 cents too. So, shit, man, how far can this go? Look at that, well above 70 on the RSI. Look at that. You're possibly looking at 100 on the RSI. I have not seen 100 on the RSI, and I don't know how long. But this stock is looking like it's going to touch 100 on the RSI. That's insane. 904, you're on the air.
Hey, Sean, I don't even know what you're talking about. So I don't know why people be saying I shit on you or say something to you, because that's not my point there. My point, and I want people to understand me clearly. I heard you make a comment that you said that beginners shouldn't be going to OTC. Now I correlate what you saying to what these other guys be saying in their videos, like the Warrior Trader, watching all his webinars and some of his videos, Tim Pitani, Tim Sykes. All these guys say they paper traded, or they're not Tim Sykes, but a lot of these other students, even the Chinese guy that Tim Sykes said on there, they paper traded, they studied, they watched videos for months before they actually made a live trade. Now, I don't have no problem with penny stock. I was up in penny stock, but I realized something, that I make money. Like Warrior Traders say, you're making money off other people's picks. So you're not really trading. You're not learning the craft. You're just piggybacking off somebody else. He's saying that you should be self-sustained. I should have to depend on African Americans. Like you got Stock God on there getting our information. I should be able to take his information, go on his YouTube channel, watch his videos, go visit the Mr. Lord, go and do some demos, and learn on my own. I'm not shitting on you. I'm not saying anything about you. I listen to you every night, Lord. I listen to some of your old shows, 4 hours long. Learned a lot. But what you said tonight correlates with the other guys are saying. That a beginner shouldn't be into OTC. He should learn what's going on, what's volatility, what's all these things, what value, why is these things flagging, learn patterns, like I've been learning. I learned a lot since I stepped back and stopped trying to listen to everybody jumping this place, jumping to that place. You know, learn when to get in, learn the core, when it stop breaking out over $1. Why is it breaking out over $1? Because people are watching these patterns. Why keep selling at the quarter mall? Because people sell at the quarter, the half, the 75 cent, and the whole dollar. It's things you got to learn before you try to get off in these things and think, and somebody talking about fuck him. Well, okay, fuck you too. But what I'm saying is that I'm not shitting on you, Sal. I learn from you every night. I don't have no problem with you. But you made a comment that correlate with the other guys saying. So I'm just telling everybody else that if you're a beginner, step back, get paper trading, learn the terminologies, learn what a gap up is. Learn why stock gap up and why it comes down. Why it comes down. Why is it coming down once it gap up? Why Tim Pitani or Tim Sykes and all them talking about the first red day, first red cap? I'm learning why I'm holding the bag. Why am I holding the bag? I'm learning why I'm holding the bag. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not sitting up here shitting on nobody. I don't even care because I got plenty of money. I'm just saying I'm sitting back and I'm trying to tell everybody, if these guys, if you tell me how to make $1 million, and you say go around the corner, make a left, and make a right, and I go around the corner and make a right and then make a left, how the hell am I make $1 million? Because I ain't did shit you told me. I ain't trying to learn. I'm just trying to sit up here and try to be impressive. But you got guys up here making hundreds, thousands of dollars, and they telling you how they did it, and you can learn from these guys and fine tune it. Then you go from there. But I'm not sitting up here shitting on nobody, and I don't know why people saying it. I'm just saying, as a beginner, I hear all these guys saying the same old thing. Cut your loss. Understand why it's doing it. Tim Sykes said something real important. He said you got to go back into the history. of a prior runner. And then you wonder why a prior runner will run up, come down to a certain level, and you wonder why it's sitting there. And then I said, there's a stock that was empty, some junk that was thriving. It's supported at 133. And I was wondering, I went back in the 5-year chart, it had a support level at 133 and bounced off it and went all the way up because these people telling the truth. So we sitting up here trying to say, okay, this and that, whatever. I'm just telling you, the only way you're going to learn is you can't depend on sound. You got to keep giving you the information like you gave me all these touring videos. I'm sitting in my truck watching these things 4-5 hours straight. But it took me, at first I didn't understand none of it. I didn't understand none of it. I'm just saying, okay, I'm going to listen to sound them. I'm going to listen to Best to Hang Out. They say they got a support level at 130. Okay, give me this stock here. If it bounce off this, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was just giving up, making $50, $60. Couldn't tell you why that thing went up. So if a person talking about, so they'll be in a Discord room saying, okay, I made this and that on this play here. I got it in here. I got it out there. Well, that ain't helping me. That ain't helping me. Tell me how you got in there. Tell me what level. What made you do that? Tell me how you did that. You know, I ain't got no problem with nobody. You know, I make $15, $13, $14 every week. But that ain't what I want. I want to be self-sufficient. The guy from Warrior Trainer say, your ultimate goal is you should be self-sufficient where you can do everything on your own. I don't need nobody giving me no alert.
All right.
You
So
I
get what you're saying, Anthony. And again, I give resources for all of that, man. Like I said, I give resources for all of that. But at the end of the day, you know, I want you to know what my show is about, and I'm glad. And again, I thank you so much for watching and even watching my old stuff, and I'm happy that you're learning. But I want you to know that this show is about, you know, really talking about and analyzing tickers that are running and can run and have the possibility of running. That's what this show is about. So, you know, it's really not about like giving away like how to trade and what to, you know, sometimes those questions come up and I might answer here and there, but I always, you know, gave people the directions to go to the people who have a significant amount of experience and have made a significant amount of capital with those ways to trade and you know, and their strategies, and maybe you can implement and take something from that and make it yours. Okay?
Yeah, and I agree with that 100%. I like the format of your show. Well, what I'm saying is that when I hear somebody that's just as green as me holding on to a stock that it's telling you it's got a stop sign on it. You know, all these red flags and people going against it. I'm just saying that we need to get the experience as beginner traders. Sit back, watch the videos, learn the terminology, learn to cut your losses quick when they don't go your way. Learn all these little small, minute things that when you go in there, make a spreadsheet, make your rules, stick to your rules. I'm talking to beginners, people like me, that where I'm learning, I could have got into the trade. I could have made the trade, but I said, I'm going to sit back and do what these other guys did. I'm going to stay back for 11 months to a year, learn it, paper trade it, do on demand, all these free things that I can learn. Then I'm going to jump in head first. Because then you can, instead of me scaling down like I did on a couple stocks, I'm down on one stock, and then I'm buying it a lower and lower, I can scale in when it's going my way. You see what I'm saying? So these are things I'm learning. Even though I could do it right now, I could have did it Friday, but I'm sticking to my gun. It's all about discipline. You know, I don't think you learned this overnight. I don't think you learned this overnight. And I think this is something that we need to preach. That, hey, even though you know you're talking to experienced traders, beginner traders, we need to learn that this thing takes time. This thing takes years.
All
this thing takes years. And if you're willing to put in years, then it's a problem. But I get it. That's all I got to say. If people don't like it, hell with them.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the call. Thank you for the call. Thank you for the call. All right. Thank you for the call. All right. Again, I mean, you know, I've already said what this show is about. You know what I mean? I don't come up here, you know, 2 hours, 3 hours, sometimes, hell, 8 hours. We've done 8 hours, 9 hours before, you know, to teach to teach tactics, I mean, like, again, you know, I'll point you guys over to the DVDs, 30, 40, 50 hours worth of information. I'm more than happy to give that to you free. They're pissed off about it. I get the emails. Oh my God, you're giving away our information absolutely free. Oh, blah, blah, blah. You know, but it is what it is. It's publicly, you know, information is out there in the World Wide Web. And I point you to that. And when you learn and figure it out and you become successful, or you've been making great trades, or you're in a trade that's making money, then you come back and call my show and you talk about, you know, that particular stock. That's what this show is about, man. Like you know, I don't know. I think most of you guys get it, and I think he gets it. I just want to make it clear that's what this is about. All right, MTBC down 12%. Let me get out of the weekly. Hold on, I'll get back to the daily areas. MTBC down 12% on Friday after 2 good days. Couldn't do that third day. We talk about that third day as always. Sometimes that, you know, very, very few stocks get that third day run. All right, as people who took positions first and second day want to get out with some profits, and the sellers were completely in control on MTBC on Friday. We'll see what happens on Monday. That's still got to be on your radar with a price that low, in the low or mid low below 150. You know, you're going to have a lot of people want to come into that. Regardless, almost 6.7 million shares were traded, even though it was down to previous day. You had over 20 million shares traded on Thursday. So 6 million on Friday. I mean, we'll see what happens with MTBC. All right. Appreciate it, Coralie. Thank you. Much respect for that. MSDI. All right, MSDI. And of course, you know, never jump into these things. Do your own research. That's why I start with the disclaimer, man. I start every show with the disclaimer. It's very clear about what I want you guys to do with the tickers we talk about. MSDI, Monster Digital Incorporated. You know, hitting that century mark, that $1 is a very, very important price. Let's see if it can hold it. You know, a stock that hasn't been below $1 for too long, so I don't know how significant to the stock it'd be. It's only been about 2 weeks since it's been under $1, but still, that's an important mark in any type of penny stock when you're going from sub $1 to hitting $1 and then finding support there. Let's see if we can bounce off that and use that as support on MSDI. Decent volume today on that Friday too, by the way. 3.30 million. And I believe that move had to do with the fact that it was touching that century mark there too, by the way. All right, that can bring in a lot of volume. 251, you're in the air. What's up?
Yo, what's going on Saturday, Sunday evening?
Hey, what's up?
What? Nothing but this Anthony, man.
Hey.
I caught the show late, man. I kind of hear the little stuff that's going on, and you absolutely and I agree with you. I can agree with the guy, but at the same time, like you said, you got to do your homework, your research, and sit there and learn. Like you said, your tactics and techniques and going in these stocks. I'm still learning. Astra's still learning. A lot of us still learning. And me, it's stocks that I'm in. Some of them are moving, some of them are not. But at the same time, like I told you, with me, I'm a long-term player on some of them because I work a 9 to 5. So those people that want to get in, that's beginners, yeah, they should research that SPOC and information, because when it comes to playing your money, that's a big risk. And you work hard for your money. You don't want to just lose just jumping in a stock. And me sitting up here hearing it, and like I say, you do the disclaimer and everything, and it's up to the individual to really learn and get in there and do their homework on everything.
There it is, man.
Like I say, I appreciate you. And like I say, I'm still learning. I got to still do some paper trading because, like I said, I work a 9 to 5. I'm gone all day, and I'm not doing day trading. And I think that's the biggest problem. A lot of them want to be day traders. Some of these beginners, they want to be day traders. And you can't be a day trader working 9 to 5 because you got to watch that damn market at any given moment. So you can't be a day trader. So I'm not a day trader. Like I said, I appreciate what you're doing, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you for the call, man.
Everybody in the chat room, shout out to you, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you for the call, Anthony, man. Thank you. Appreciate 251 for the call. All right, MITK. Again, not the cheapest stock, just below 10 at 875. But getting ready for the breakout here, and I want to bring it to your attention here. MITK, again, not the cheapest stock in the world, but I wanted to bring it to your attention. This is a stock I'm looking at this week. Can we get the breakout here on MITK? At that 875 level, looks like we're going to hold it with that. The real move was actually that 845, 847. But at 875 now, we're trying to get above. What is that? I wouldn't say that 9 is a little bit far. 940 is a little bit far, but the stock's got really good range. I mean, went from 805 to 875 on Friday. Let's look at the 5-minute. Beautiful, beautiful daily chart. Let me see here. Here was Friday, so you had the move in the morning, and nice subtle, flagging to the right, with some slight gains, after 1 o'clock in the stock, but really good buying in the 5-minute chart towards the end of the day. So it's got me really interested to see what MITK will do this week. 760, you're in the air. What's up?
Well, I'm on the air?
Yep, live.
No way. Awesome. So I was wondering, I'm pretty new to the whole penny stock thing, and I was wondering what some of your personal outlets for finding new penny stocks are?
Well, I use scanners. I mean, I also read OTCmarkets.com, but I use a scanner. Equity Feed is my preferred scanner. Get 2 weeks free. Use Equity Feed, but more importantly, I research also the latest pumps that are going on right now. I got several videos on how to get that set up. So I watch the promoters. I do scans, but also spend some time with OTCmarkets.com where these companies trade. Read new filings, read any news that gets put out, and if something crosses your way, if you like it, then I jump in and I share with the people in the chat room.
For sure. Also, what are your thoughts on Robinhood, the app?
I think Robinhood's excellent, man. It's a wonderful app, man. It's free. You can't beat free. And right now they got this thing where if you get your friends to sign up, you get a share of stock and they get a share of stock, and it's unlimited. I mean, come on. You can't beat that, man. You cannot beat that. So, and then with the stock that you get, you can turn it into cash right away with no limitations. But yeah, go ahead.
So I noticed that a lot of the penny stocks that people are mentioning in like forums and stuff like that, I can't find a lot of them on Robinhood. Do you know the reason for that? Yeah,
they're traded on a different exchange. So Robinhood only allows stocks that trade on the NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange. And unfortunately, they don't have access to OTC stocks because they're a lot more volatile. And, people who get into, Robinhood tend to be individuals who have never traded before, like yourself. And that's probably, not the first stock you want to be putting in your life savings, because many individuals do use Robinhood as a way to save for retirement.
All right, well, awesome, man. Thank you for your time.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Yep. So, yeah, no OTCs for that, man. No OTCs for Robinhood. But you can't beat free, man. Cannot beat free. Yeah, they do. Hey, Ro, they do have limit orders, don't they? They do have limit orders on Robinhood. I know a lot of people ask those questions, but yeah, marijuana stocks. Yeah, by the way, go ahead and like this video, man. Everybody like this video right now, man. I'm trying to get my numbers up. We can have, one day, thousands of people in this chat room. You know, like Alex Jones. You guys ever watch the Alex Jones live show? I mean, the chat room goes so fast you can't even read it. But I'm trying to get to that point. All right? There's an African proverb that says, slowly but surely a bird builds its nest. So slowly but surely we'll get there. 612. You're on the air. What's up?
Yo, what up, Sal?
Hey.
Man, I hope you don't get too traumatized by the night, man. Thanks for the Sunday show.
No problem.
But I was going to run a couple things by you. How about LOTE on the
Oh,
OTC?
LOTE, LOTE. This is an old one. This is an old classic, too. I mean, LOTE 78. I don't know, man. This hasn't been under a pump in so long. What brings this to your attention?
I've been trading since before ING got bought up by Capital One, and I don't know about all this paper trading thing. So I just watched charts and just thought it might have a little potential.
Yeah, I mean, LOTE is a stock that gets pumped every couple of years, man. It's kind of hard to predict when this is ever going to pop off, man. You know, it's got owners where they kind of come in and, you know, they'll do a promotion and then they'll disappear. You know, they'll do a promotion and then disappear. If you look at the 5-year chart, you'll see every 1 or 2 years they'll do a huge promotion with a couple million on it. But I mean, I just, you don't want to wait for that.
What about this Two Rivers, this TURV? I mean, TURV, excuse me.
TURV.
On OTC.
Two Rivers Water and Farming. I don't know anything about this. Low volume, 13,000 shares. I mean, what do you know about the stock? How did it come to your attention?
I just watched it a little bit last week, and I just see it. Just looking at a couple things. Now, again, I forgot to mention that LOTE. I'm just into it because they make. I just like it because they make the electronic charging stations, but I don't have any positions in it. I was going to run one by you. There's NASDAQ. By BSTG Biostage, and that's about it.
BST what?
BSTG.
BSTG.
It's just been sitting at 33 cents. I had a couple positions.
Yeah,
and I was fighting for it.
Yeah. BSTG. Yeah, this is the stock that gapped down back in February, and it's kind of been trending sideways. Man, I don't know. I mean, BSTG.
I'm holding a couple.
Yeah, I mean, you got support here. Yeah, I mean, you got support here, man. I don't think you can go any wrong at these prices. Obviously, I mean, you would love to get it for 29 cents, but it's at 35 now, and, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that, but I can't.
All right. And as far as one more NASDAQ, I've been holding, I'm holding some LLNW, the Limelight, and the RGSC, the Wave. Some things that hadn't been moving. I just hadn't heard anybody saying any tickers, and I was just trying to give you some tickers that I heard that I was holding.
No, I appreciate it.
Because, like I said, I've been trading since before since ING share builder, and it got bought by Capital One. So I don't know nothing about the paper trading and all that other stuff. So if it's your money, you really got to watch it. I was the one who said separate the news from the noise.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, RGSC, to talk about that one, this one actually might come into play here soon, man. You got, again, the stock has got bearish momentum going into support, and you might get a squeeze here, man. When I look at RGSC, you might get a squeeze here, so we'll see. I'll be watching RGSC.
Well, I'm really thinking that iPhone gonna go double. I'm thinking iPhone gonna hit them $1.40 tomorrow, or at least $1. So I've been hoping that'll come down. But I appreciate your show. I hadn't got a chance to put in anything to your PayPal, but I didn't call to cry or nothing. It's really cool that you got this little outlet for people to do stuff. I'm just glad they got Robinhood because I got tired of paying enough commissions, man.
I hear you.
You the man, you boss, you awesome, and so you bossum. So I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get out of here, you damn nigga.
I'll give it to you, baby. Here you go. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the call, man. All right.
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
All right. Take care. RGSE, man. Look, write that down. Write that ticker down, though, man. RGSE. Write that ticker down, man. That might do something. Looks setting up real nicely here on the daily chart. As you guys know, I've been really studying these FOOS patterns, and that's a FOOS survival pattern. That's a beautiful looking FOOS survival pattern. Yeah. Let me see if I can show you guys real quick. Let me see here. Revival pattern. There it is right here. That FOOS revival pattern. Kind of looks something like that. FOOS revival. Lead in with very bearish momentum. You're looking for a three-angle triangle, but three-angle pattern, but sometimes it doesn't work that. It doesn't always work so perfectly. But that's the setup. It's a three-phase triangle, then a breakout. This one isn't setting up the same way, but it's it looks very close. Looks very close. All right. Looks very close. I might be a little early on it. But we'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell. Yeah, I saw some people bringing up ADPTQ. If you guys don't remember, that was the stock my main man Wolf called up about it and gave us, man, just 45-50 minutes of just beautiful information on how he was able to turn his life around and how it benefited him and his family. He's got his wife trading. ADPT was the stock that he got short to gain $96,000 in one single trading day. Absolutely insane for a Wolf on Wall Street. Yeah. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So ADPTQ, it's doing really good. They had an incredible Friday. These Qs can really run, and it's at levels like this where they just start talking crazy. There was a stock called BTUUQ. Some of you guys may remember that stock. You had individuals talking the same way about that stock. Like I'm hearing people talk about ADPTQ. Oh, they're gonna save all the shareholders. Don't worry, it'll just be careful on it. I don't like Qs anymore. You guys know we got burnt by some of these, last year, Zinc Q and PGNPQ and Line Q. I mean, I can go on and on and on. But I'm fucking done with this shit. If anything, I'm going to be looking for some shorts tomorrow on this, but you never seem to be able to get any on these Qs. All right, DBMM. Yeah, this is another one that's tearing it up. Yeah, I mentioned DBMM. This is one that's, again, really, really hot on the chart. DBMM looks very much like AMFE, But two stocks that are really just tearing it up, man. Both of them OTC stocks. Both of them making a killing, man. DBMM, AMFE. Looking at both stocks, where can you say, you should jump in or shouldn't jump in at? You could have said that you were too high in the last 4 or 5 days in any of those stocks. So DBMM, AMFE, I think you're kind of high, but I just wouldn't play the risk right now. I mean, with the stock being up now, 330% since when was that? Since 420. 330% in 10 days, man. I mean, good God, gotta love it, for somebody who was already in it. I mean, if you were already in it and took the risk, by all means, you're sitting pretty. Your $100, $120, $130, whatever it is that you put in it, turned out real nice for you, coming out with a little bit of change. Okay. Pull it out and move to something else. Hey, Rustin. Rustin, weren't you the one that said Tim Sykes has a new video on Pirate Bay? Which one is it? He has a new torrent on there. What's the name of it? Because I've been trying to create a torrent for that Penny Stock and Framework DVD, which is that LA Las Vegas conference, and it's another 8-hour, showing his ABCD patterns and whatnot. I think people would really benefit from that. All right, if it's probably already out there anyway. It's probably already out there. He said the new Tim Sykes DVD is probably whack. Well, I just don't think anything is better than the old stuff, because the old stuff you can use all the old stuff and implement it into this new stuff. How to Make Millions, all those, It's not new, but it's on there. How to Make Millions. Oh, okay. So yeah, that How to Make Millions is the abbreviated. That's the short version. I got the link to the long How to Make Millions. That's again out there in the public. Out there in the public. It's not me. It's out there in the public already. All right. Yeah, Texas Prayer, the How to Make Millions. Yeah. That one that's on Pirate Bay, that's an abbreviated, I think like 2-hour one. The actual one is 24 hours, something like that. Something ridiculous. And it's just charts after charts after charts. All right, so let's go ahead and keep moving, going through some tickers. I won't keep you guys up all night. SRCI. SRC Energy. Nah, I'm not seeing anything here. Is Tyson Bats in here? I wanted to know what went wrong with VNCE, man. Tyson Bats had called up about VNCE. Unfortunately, didn't go in the right direction. I'm just kind of curious what he thinks about it. Is now even a better time to go in it, or is it game over for VNCE? I know he had said that this was a stock for us to look at. Unfortunately, the stock crashed on Friday up 25%, 3.85 million shares, almost 300% on volume above its average volume. VNCE down to $1 now. Would you bottom fish this, or is this a wrap? All right, New York Stock Exchange company, so the volume could come in when things turn around. At $1 a share now, down 25%. Is this a bargain, or is this just part of the trend? As you can see here, the stock is very, very bearish, very, very bearish. But can you bottom feed this for 10, 20 cents, or maybe not? Maybe not. AEZS. I believe AEZS has earnings this week, right? I would confirm that. I believe AEZS has earnings. Is it 5? It's saying 5.8. Maybe, or I believe it might be this week, or maybe next week. Maybe next week. The 8th. But AEZS earnings is around the corner. I do remember reading that. Good night, Astrid. All right. PTIE. There you go. We're going through the tickers now. PTIE, 85 cents. Let me see here. Yeah, if we were... Okay, we had a really good day on Friday. Man, that would have been a nice move to get in before that Friday. So I don't know about it now. So, but man, that would have been if that doji was the one we were looking at as Friday's action, I would have been all over this, because you had the doji and then the bullish confirmation. But you know, now the stock's up 7%. We'll see. We could have a continuation pattern, maybe another nice bullish day for PTIE, but those two dojis would have been a really good entry for anyone in that stock, as you had that nice pattern forming there going into that nice spike on Friday. Missed opportunity there. APHD. Again, APHD. OTC stock. Nice 2 days. All right. Looks like last 2 days just buyers have been in control. Nice candlestick, strong range. Great volume. Look at that, 44 million shares Friday and today. So we'll see where that continues on APHD, Epiphany Technologies. Is this under a pump? Who brought that up? More greenbacks. Are we under a pump here? Or is this basically just a situation where the sellers are dried out? Houston American Energy. Houston American Energy. Down day on Friday. Down day on Friday. Where is oil at right now? If you guys remember, we had a horrible day. What was that? Wednesday, I believe, because oil. It was just a horrible day for oil on Wednesday. Where are we at right now on crude? Crude right now is at 49.24. You know, it's been a horrible month in general for crude, coming down from, coming down from, what was that, 411. We were at $53. Now we're at $49 on crude. Houston American Energy seems to be doing pretty well these last 2 days. Down Friday, but for the month of April, when a little dissonance there, because for the month of April, oil's been coming down, but we've seen HUSA going up. So I don't know. Decent volume, 700,000 shares. You could do better. You could do better. But I'm seeing some bearish energy that could be overtaking this stock. Coming back here, I'm thinking maybe coming back to the low 30s here, because it's not really matching up with the commodity. All right, appreciate it, Aaron B. Thank you. Appreciate you for watching. STDY Phase 2. Here's another one. Had a nice spike there. What was that, back in April? Then the stock consolidated. Nice little squeeze. Look at that. People got squeezed in that one. Look at that nice little push to, what was that? Up 85 cents. Damn. Shit. That's a lot. Yeah, open at 640 to 720. 85 cents, that's a nice day for a stock, this high. 85, 89, dollar. You get up to those kind of levels intraday on a $5 plus stock. That's a good return if you can get in heavy. That's a real good return. MYEC. Man, this was an old runner too, by the way. My check used to be that shit. Yeah, there it is. Look at these. I remember my check. My check used to be that spiker, man, on the OTC space. It's been a long time since it's done those things. So my check now at in the doubles, up 13%, 13.64 on Friday. The transaction and payment. I remember back when they were, putting out promos saying they were going to be in this store, and they were doing something with like Western Union and a whole bunch of other things, and that would cause the stock to just go crazy. But since then, it's been relatively dormant, as you can see. Very ugly beginning to the year in my check. Very bearish. Has the selling bled out? We'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell. TRKG on reinstatement. Damn. What was that? Look at that on Friday, man. You know, 480%. Again, I don't know how many trades were in that, that stock that day. It looks like it's definitely a promotion. So don't be caught hanging up there. Don't be caught hanging up there. LQMT. Okay. Liquid metal, another pump. Another pump in the past. LQMT. 26 cents a share. Actually had a really good April. Look at that. It's got a really fine April. Now you're flagging to the right here. Like it's consolidating, trying to get some more in it. All right. The RSI is a little hot, but the RSI is a little hot here on the daily chart. But wonderful April for that stock. Look at that, 20 to 26, up 6 cents a share in what, 20 days? Yeah, up actually 30 in a month. Yeah, you're up 6 cents a share. Stock at 20 cents a share. If you really load it up, that's a nice little return for you. Almost 1 million shares. Actually, the average is about 2.9 daily, so quite liquid too. Quite liquid. Quite liquid. All right. BMY. Bristol Myers. Not my kind of play, buddy. Not my kind of play. Thank you, Armando. Bristol Myers Squid. Yeah, not my kind of play, though. Looks like it was an earnings winner. Yeah, it looks like it was an earnings winner. All right. Get you guys out of here in just a minute. LQMT, Liquid Metal Technologies. Yeah, we just talked about that one. I'm pulling up a damn same ticker. MJTK. Going through them so fast. MJTK. Kansas Science. Here's another one. Very, very bearish chart. Green day today. Are the sellers dried out? MJTK, I don't like MJ right now, again, until this Justice Department comes out and gives, a real indication of how they feel about marijuana. I don't like marijuana, period, right now. But, when a stock is sold off and buyers think there's a value at a particular price and there are more buyers than sellers at a price, that still peeps your attention, and you got to see if there's opportunity here. And obviously buyers liked it at 0032, sending the stock to 0039. We'll see if they can continue to add more brothers to the stock and sisters. CVM. Yeah, talked about that earlier on CVM. Mr. Lloyd brought this stock up, CVM. He wasn't being able to really say where the stock was going. And again, we pointed to the hourly chart. And the hourly chart was showing some weakness here. But again, you're always going to kind of see that towards, the end of the day. We know for many small caps, all the volume is typically between 9:30 and 11:30. And many of them do end up fading towards the end of the day. So will people on Monday see this as an opportunity to get, the stock at a discount? Or, was that day on the 28th just a blimp and to never return? We'll see. We'll see. AOXY. Didn't somebody bring that up last week on AOXI? We've seen charts like this, man. That could squeeze. Hold on, let me get out of the daily. There we go. We've seen charts like this. We've seen charts like this very much. This could be a bargain for somebody to come in with a small position just to see what happens. It's 15 cents a share. Actually, no, the volume. Let's see what the volume is, man. You had a very disappointing volume day on Friday. 77,000 shares. Volume's going in the wrong direction. Yeah, I don't know. OTC stock too as well. Looks like this was kind of a pump situation. I wouldn't look at it. Never mind. I thought it was a NASDAQ play. IFON, yeah, IFON. Yeah, we that's got to be on your list, man. That's got to be on your list tomorrow. 7.9 million shares traded on Friday. That's got to be on your list, man. The range, incredible volatility on Friday. In fact, let's look at the 5-minute chart on Friday's action. As you can see here, you had the huge run in the morning. Then the stock, pulled back very aggressively, by the way, and then ended up fading slowly. So very, very dangerous stock, as you can see here. 9:30 till about 1, it started giving out till about 1. By the way, that's a nice chart though, from 9:30 to 1. I mean, that's a beautiful opportunity here. I think Stock God actually made some money on this. If I'm correct, I think Stock God made some money on this because I actually see his pattern right into it, right in here. I see his pattern right in here. You could have seen that consolidation right here. Here's your buying opportunity right here. Okay, I'm a little high with this. Hold on, I'm a little high with it. And I know I'm not as straight as I should be, but here's your consolidation right here. Let me get back into that. All right, here's the move right here. I'm a little long and short on that, but there's the consolidation move right here. Then you got the spike. Actually happened 2 times. All right, so this has been a beautiful opportunity. What was that? 11? Yep. What did you hear? It's 11:30, 11:40. Nice. He had the fade in the RSI, as you can see here. He loves it when the RSI gets really hot, touches 80, starts to fade. You've got support on the RSI. You get in here, boom, ride it up to a high, and that's his move right there. That's his move right there. By the way, shout out to Stock God. Follow his videos. But that's his move right there. That would have been a beautiful, beautiful opportunity for somebody. El Yeti, you said you played it twice. African Emporium, you said you made over $800 since Wednesday in the swing. Congrats to you, man. Congrats to you. Incredible amount of liquidity in this stock. Incredible amount of liquidity in stock. Get back to the daily chart. Let's see where we are right now. Incredible amount of liquidity at the stock. You're still at 73 cents a share. Again, up 10 cents. Incredible stock. Be careful of this range though, man. As you can see, these are some long wicks right here, man. These are some really long wicks. So as you can, as we saw on the chart, it's getting people up there, but it's leaving people up there too if you're not careful. That morning run is so important into that stock. You've got to really be able to time your attack. And if we can go back to that 5-minute, go back to that 5-minute. And yeah, here was that play on Thursday and play on Friday as well. Again, strong in the morning. And then again, after, that morning move, it's really nothing from there. You got to be real careful with this. Got to be real careful with this one. All right. Yeah, TBBK is actually my short for tomorrow. More greenbacks. I'm actually thinking TBBK might be my short for tomorrow. Although we're in unknown territory for the stock. Recently, anyway, for the last, since really, last February and March and April. I don't know if we can get to 734. I don't know if that earnings was that strong. It was strong, but was it that strong? Never counted. I can only follow the chart and see what the price action is telling me. But TBBK is I'm thinking my short back to 5. We'll see. All right. I'm looking for shorting opportunities intraday. All right. Or to jump on some of these swings again if I see a stock that's showing Stock God's pattern. Again, if you haven't watched that Stock God video, go watch that. Go to his channel, join his Twitter. I love his intraday strategy because it's incredibly low risk, and you're just jumping into stocks that already have incredible volume. So if you need to break out, you can break out. If you need to get out, you can get out relatively quickly. If it doesn't work out for you, but if it does work out, you're into profit really nicely at a relatively low risk. I'm not a big fan of MMEX. I'm not a big fan of MMEX, but, could come back alive. Yeah, everybody press like. Tim Sykes watch list, MTBC, IFON, CNAT. You said Sons, SONS. What is Sons? Okay. That's Tim Sykes, Crystal. Tim Sykes, Tim Sykes stock list or watch list rather. What's up, Michael B? Apps. Yeah, Apps is man. You guys remember? And for those of you guys who do remember, Apps was like my favorite stock for a long time. And the biggest thing we were having trouble with was Apps breaking out of one and then really running. And if you guys remember, Apps was having so much trouble, you know, from 98, 99, 98. I remember it, man. Here it is right here. We were just having such a huge problem, and Apps finally got that breakout, man. It got what it was looking for. And sure enough, you know, there are other people who, you know, were in the stock the same way, or who remember that time. And beautiful pattern breakout. For Apps. I think you may have missed the move here with the RSI now at what is that, 76.77. You may have missed this move on Apps. So I don't know. I wouldn't jump in here. Put the 13 EMA on there. Let me see if I can moving average. Let's see here, 13 EMA. Fatten that up a little bit. Change that to yellow so you guys can see it. Yeah, I mean, with the 13-day EMA, right now it's still up it. What a lot of people would say is that, okay, now when I zoom in, it fucks it up. But when the stock pulls back to the 13-day EMA, that's when you get in. That's when you get in. But, you know, we'll see if it ever comes back down. You know, lately we've had a couple stocks continue to run. So we'll see. All right. CYTR. All right. So again, email me happypennystocks.com or happypennystocks@gmail.com. Excuse me. Pulling up the old websites, happypennystocks@gmail.com if you want those videos. All right, but watch them, man. Don't just, you know, download them and don't watch them. Or some of you guys are watching like an hour and shit. Watch the whole thing, man. Watch the whole thing. That's how you get good. CYTR looks, I don't know, man. There's 4 real ugly days. If you're looking at bottom fish on this, I mean, that RSI looks pretty nice. Maybe this is the opportunity to jump in and do some bottom fishing here. Obviously, investors didn't like that public offering where the stock was going to end up becoming a little bit more diluted. But I'm afraid you might get back to support here at the 40s at 51 cents. Who says that it's going to just bounce off here? You know, so watch what CYTR does with the price action. That's at the end of the day, that's all we can go on. LXU. Yeah, if you guys remember, this was going to be my short last week, but it never came back down. If anything, man, since I've been watching, you know, that Foos 4 DVD, you know, this should have been, I should have bought this. You know, when a stock cracks a very important resistance level, which for this stock was that 1014, I should have jumped all into this. You know, it's at 1102 now. But yeah, man, this should have been, you know, a stock to buy, not necessarily to short. Now we're kind of at the top of the RSI. Is it going to short? Is it a time to short now? Possibly. We'll see what the price action looks like tomorrow. But now you're real hot on the RSI, and history has proven that, you know, this stock, when it gets to this level, it does end up coming back down. But again, you got to look at the price action and see, you know, if the market agrees with you tomorrow. Yes, indeed, man. Hit that like button. Thank you, Texas Prayer. DELT. I'll be back on tomorrow as well. We'll see what the stocks we talked about today did. Again, for those of you guys who have trades tomorrow, go ahead and don't hesitate to get a multiple broker. Get yourself multiple broker. Get that Robinhood. Get that TD. Get that E-Trade. Whatever it is you got to do to put some money in your pocket. 500 here, 500 there, 500 there. With a good strategy, you're gonna make some money. All right, you're gonna make some money. Delta Technology Holdings. DELT. Man, look at that chart, man. Again, here's another stock that broke out nicely. You're real hot on the RSI now. So this is the daily chart. So you'll probably be coming back here soon. And that doji at the top shows you there's a hesitation now between buyers and among buyers, excuse me. So they're not loving that high price. And they weren't necessarily disagreeing with that lower price too, but the doji says that there should be a change in the valuation. So DELT could be a short tomorrow, but be careful. I would hate to get squeezed in this. Don't jump on it too soon. RSI is at 93 killer trades. Yeah, that RSI at 93, this bitch is coming down. But, if you go in, what's that? I forgot, there's a indicator. What's the name of that indicator? I'll find it real quick. What's the name of that indicator? It's an indicator that talks about how the uninformed come in with huge price swings. So the uninformed investor can end up pushing you out of a stock that you think on your technicals, hey, this should be coming down. But you just get pushed out by stupid money, basically. You get pushed out by stupid money. Gosh, I forgot what's the name of that indicator. I'm looking through it right now. Hold on, guys. What is the name of that indicator? Relative vigor? Is it relative vigor? No, I don't think it's the relative volatility index. Is it relative volatility index? Nah, I don't think so. I forgot what the name of that indicator was. Let me look that up. Hold on. Relative volatility index. Relative volatility index. No, I guess it's not. That's not the one. Indicate the direction of volatility. The relatively volatility index is a volatility indicator that was developed to indicate the direction of volatility. It is similar to RSI, except it measures standard deviation of price changes over a period rather than absolute price changes. The RVI is plotted from 0 to 100 and is often used as a confirmation for other indicators. It is often used in conjunction with moving average crossover signals. All right. I don't think that was the one I was looking for. I can't remember. If I'll look for it and bring it up. But it's an indicator that ADX. Nah, I forgot what it is. I'll find it out. I've been trying, some little new indicator. At the end of the day, it's all about patterns. But I mean, sometimes indicators, because the patterns always don't draw themselves out the way they look. So indicators are a good way to just kind of, not have to necessarily second guess yourself. I don't think I can ever be one of those guys who can trade without volume and without RSI. I know some of you guys do that, but And by the way, this DELT pattern, this DELT pattern, by the way, this doesn't it actually doesn't look too much like that. Let me see here. Yeah, it did look like a little bit like that revival pattern. But yeah, man, let me send you that. I can, you know, that Foos. It doesn't look like, no, not even close. That Foos gold pattern, where you have stocks that hit that $1 mark. That would go back to apps. That would be apps right here. In fact, if we go back to apps, AAPS, if we go back to apps, close. Here's apps. Close, but hitting that $1 share resistance. Didn't touch it multiple times, and then you get the breakout to 2. Is apps going to go to 2? I can't say that. I can't say that. We're at 113 now. But that 1, you know, stocks under 1, like I should have said earlier in the show, when a stock is under 1 for a significant amount of time, that move to 1 and past 1 is a great level to jump in at. And as you see here on the daily chart, it broke 1 on the 24th. Slight pullback the next day, but I mean, ever since then, you know, you've had buyers just, you know, an incredible amount of new volume, new money coming into the stock, as you can see. Volume that it hadn't seen in some time. And going back to the chart here, you can see going as high as 140s, 150s. That's kind of where we are right now. So that 124, we'll see in APPS. So a cheap stock you should keep your eye on, and the float's not too crazy either. The float's not too crazy either. I got a mix of both, Mark. You know, some good shorts, some good longs. I mean, we'll see whatever. It's all about price action at the end of the day. I'm ready to do whatever the market tells me I can make some money at, you know. And you guys know if I get some great gains, I'll post them, and if I lose, I'll post those too. So it is what it is. And if I don't see anything, or I feel like I'm late, then I'm late, and I ain't gonna do shit. You know, nothing wrong with being in cash. Nothing wrong with being in cash. Yeah, it's all about, at the end of the day, price action. And, you know, identifying those patterns, man. Identifying those patterns. Christy, all right, I'll end with you. GRVY. GRVY Gravity Co. Limited. Toys and juvenile products. $18 a share. Looks like you broke down to 3 on earnings. All right, not my kind of play. All right, very low float though, man. It's real low float here. You know, I can't tell what the float is, but the fact that it's an $18 stock and has a market cap of 15 million, but yet it's $18, lets me know that this float is real light. Lets me know this float is real light. So there must not be too many outstanding shares of this company, being that it's at $18, yet the market cap is only at 15 million. There must not be too many shares out there. What was the move here? He had a nice move in November on earnings, flagged for well over a month and a half. Another breakout, flag, breakout, then failed, flagging again. He broke down here on earnings last week. All right. Yeah, I can't tell you where this is going though, man. I mean, you broke down back to support. You broke down back to support, so this could keep trending here. But again, I'm not a magician, so or a future soothsayer. HIPH. Are we gonna get the volume we're gonna see here? HIPH. You know, we got to get the volume. If you remember, we looked at AWGI. What breaks triples out of their their ranges is volume. Again, let's go back to AWGI. What breaks triples out of their ranges is volume. HIPH, tried to get that volume in there, couldn't break it. So until that volume breaks out of that, man, same thing like my Miracle Long, USEI, it was up 25% on Friday, but, after people buying these, cheap shares, but again, we got to get that, these companies got to put out news, man. I don't know why, these companies are allergic to growing shareholder value sometimes, I feel like. Yes, indeed. So again, join us in the Discord room. This is typically about the time where some people in the Discord room like to do a little secondary show. I'll be back tomorrow. Let me go ahead and share the link to the Discord room. If you'd like to join my 24-hour, 24/7 chat room, there's the stock talk in there. There's a whole bunch of other things in there for you to join. I'll be back. Please click subscribe if you're a new person watching this. I appreciate you for watching. Hey, what's up, David? Appreciate it, man. David from Investors Hangout. The best place to go for OTC stocks, by the way, investorshangout.com. I know they hate me at that other OTC stock site because I've gone from the dark side to exposing the truth. But yeah, you want the real deal, OTC stocks, investorshangout.com. Appreciate you, David. All right. Again, go to that link, sign up if you'd like. Join Investors Hangout. Get yourself a trading account. Email me if you need the training DVDs. I'll send you the links to those torrents. You can download them. Get yourself a good torrent downloader, uTorrent, BitTorrent, BitLord, whatever it else you want to use. I know BitLord is ad-free. You can use BitLord, doesn't matter. And you can get those trainings and start learning, man. And start, getting into, what you need to learn to become, profitable. Not a millionaire, but just profitable to begin with. And then you can start talking about becoming a millionaire. That's still my dream. Yes, indeed. All right. Okay. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if you haven't clicked like, press like on this video right now. If you haven't subscribed, please click subscribe. I've got, a new show coming up tomorrow. All right. We're going to have a great week this week. I hope you guys have some happy trading this week. Call in and give me some of these tickers or some stocks you think that are going to pop. Thank you to all my callers today who called in. All the calls. I mean, all the calls. I mean that. I appreciate you for calling. Until tomorrow. Thank you, Michael B. Trevor Probert, appreciate it, man. Crystal, Raul, appreciate it. More greenbacks, killer trades. Cora Lee, Money Stay Woke. Jerry Spangenberg, appreciate it. Thank you, Jerry. Izzy Jules, good night, ma'am. I don't know why I'm calling Izzy Jules good night. You look young as hell in that picture. I don't know why I'm calling you ma'am. Troy Roberts, Matatrone T, Mag 3690. Mr. Lloyd, what's up, man? Appreciate it. Thank you for the call, bro. El Yeti, Africa Emporium, thank you. Keon Wilson. Adam Board, Artie Buckley, Stockerfella, Chris Lee, Woody Wright. Who else is in the chat room? Three Hooks. Travie, all the people who are lurking and not cool cats, appreciate it. All the people who are lurking and not, typing in the chat room, thank you for watching. Until next time, take care, everyone. Happy trading tomorrow.